Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, and we're at SHOT Show 2017. We spent a day out at the range, and now we're out on the floor looking at all kinds of gear. We're looking at bushcraft knives, survival knives, folding knives, flashlights, packs, and so much more. I want to give a big shout out to Thrunite, who helped make this trip possible. Now let's head out onto the floor and see what they have for us.
Hi Tim, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Thank you so much for visiting our booth again. My name is James Trong. I'm with Vanquest R&D team. And Vanquest, we make a lot of backpacks and sling packs, gear bags, organizers, and this year we're introducing a few larger size backpacks, such as the one that I wear right now. It's basically based on our best-selling item. It's called Trident 20. The Trident 20, I think this is also the one that you wear, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So the Trident 20 is a 20-liter backpack, but due to popular demand, we kind of make a 30-liter version of it. We can kind of look at the waist strap. Now it's fully padded. It has a pull-forward mechanism to tighten the waist belt. And when you swing it to the front, the inside is still that very familiar high visibility wrist-out lining. And the dividers, you can remove them, we adjust them any way you like. This bag has more than 40 different compartments now, and it's great for camera and also EDC. And when you look at the backside, it is still CCW and hydration compatible. It has a lot of air channels for ventilation and adjustable shoulder straps. And there's also a front handle carry as well. And this year we're trying to make our bag even more covert. So we're using more of the laser cut Moliere. Well, we actually call it Moliere, and also the Hypalon material. It's a very UV resistant, heat resistant rubber material. On the inside is still high visibility interior. And on one side, there's a collapsible hydration bottle that you can use for a 1-liter Nalgene, or you can even use it for a tripod holder as well. So lots of versatility and utility to this bag. Oh, by the way, the handle is like 3 times thicker than the previous bag compared to the Trident 20. Fully padded. And this bag should be available in March.
Hi, this is Michael with Vanquest Gear. I'm part of the research and development department and also handle our sales here. And I'd like to go through our new Falconer 30 Gen 2 bag. This is based off of our very popular 27-liter Falconer, and some of the improvements you can see right away here on the front. We actually have an embroidered logo, so it's a little bit cleaner and it's a lot more subtle. It's not that square obvious or rectangle obvious logo, so it's it doesn't pop out as much. But one thing you're gonna notice right away are these zipper pulls. We just made these guys. These are our Spartan zipper pulls. They will be on all of our bags, replacing the standard paracord zipper pulls. And here at the north, you see this Hypalon zipper garage. This really helps keep out dirt and dust. And as you know, we already reversed the zippers to keep out extra dirt and dust and some water, and this just helps in that. So the first layer here on the outside, other than this pass-through, you can see that this is actually orange ripstop here. And what we did is we changed it up because for these outside pockets, this is the other outside pocket, this is your built-in medical. So this is your trauma medical, it's built in. Last generation had a single row and a single row, and now there are double and double, so you can actually fit more items in here. But if you notice, this is orange. It has a couple of functions. One is to quickly identify any of your gear, but the other one, if needed, is a good signal panel when you're out there and maybe you need someone to see you. So it has a couple of functions there. Now, another thing that we started doing is we have these zipper pull tabs. These are made of Hypalon, so when you have a zipper, let's say at the end here, you can grab onto that and give it a good pull. And this is something that you don't really see on tactical bags. It's typically more featured on outdoor sport bags and luggage. So here we have the top pocket. New this time around, you can actually see here, this is our laser cut Moliere. So if you want to put a patch on here, we didn't cover the entire bag with Velcro. It's not needed, it's not really necessary. But if you just need something as an indicator, there you go. This material itself is Cordura. I don't know if you'll be able to pick that up, but this is Cordura. You can see it on the back there. And on the front, we sewed on and bar tack here and here. So this is a functional row of Molly and Velcro if you need it. So again, we have locking Ykk zippers, new Spartan zipper pulls. And here there hasn't been much change other than, of course, this is orange. So the first layer has orange ripstop, 210 denier, and there's your tag. These are actually made in our Vietnam factory. Definitely on par with Taiwan, and in fact, the same exact materials and suppliers. So here in our center, this is the second layer, pop that. So what we're using here is not orange, it's Thai gray. So this is a lighter gray that contrasts pretty well with the Cordura itself. New is we started using 3/4 inch Velcro. Beforehand, these were 1 inch, and that was maybe a little bit too much for someone to pull open. It was just a little stiff, not as quick. So now, just one thumb open, and you can see down through here, we have this tough mesh that we're using, and it's actually incredibly strong, and you can still see through it without using a PVC window or something. And same thing here, Thai gray. And again, you have a good contrast, but without that very, very bright and obvious orange high vis. Okay, so for the main compartment, before we get into that, you can see actually this is Hypalon, and we'll cover Hypalon in a minute. And people often ask, what is this for? Well, it has a couple of very obvious uses. One would be to affix, let's say, a baseball cap or something like that through here. Another one would be if you wanted to actually secure the handle down, which, there we go, kind of makes it a little bit lower profile, and it's not in the way. Of course, really, it's just for attaching anything you need. If you notice, the handle on this guy is thicker. Now, again, we use neoprene, and because it's a larger bag with a better suspension system, it'll be much more comfortable with that neoprene on there. So we go in a little bit thicker this time around. And going into our main compartment, this will be the most obvious change. So in here, we can clearly see we are using, again, laser cut Moliere. Now this is, again, if you can pick that up, Cordura. So this is Cordura on the back side, and stitched and laminated to the front is hook and loop. So because this is cut out, you can use very easily either pre-existing Molly attachments and systems, or any straps you want to route through here to secure something vertically, or just any hook and loop accessories that either Vanquest or many of other companies offer. So you have a lot of versatility there. Same thing here is the Thai gray, and again, even contrasting with this, everything helps. Everything makes it more obvious and dynamic. This pocket, we did receive some customer feedback that they wanted to see it a little bit bigger. So again, using 3/4 inch Velcro, just make it easier. Still secure, but very easy to open. This is a pass-through, opens on either side, but if you want to put, let's say, a 13-inch laptop in here, it wasn't designed for it, but it will accept it, as well as armor plates, things like that, if you were so inclined. So let's turn this guy around, and much akin to all the other bags, we see here the hydration and CCW compartment. One very new feature that we have not done before is now featuring Lockable Ykk Zippers. So you can see it there. You can bring these guys together and they do lock. Now, these will not poke into your back if you have them up here north or down south, and even when they're down south, you can actually almost completely hide the fact that there's a zipper track there, and most people don't see this. So since we have this on the side, I'm going to focus on our new Moliere system. So this is Moliere Hypalon. If you notice, it is not traditional webbing sewn in strips, looking like that, strip, strip, strip. What it is kind of a negative cutout, and Hypalon itself is a rubber laminate. It's rubber, so it goes rubber, nylon, rubber. So 3 layers. It is UV, chemical, and heat stable. In fact, this will not melt, it will only burn. It's very durable, very grippy, and a perfect material to use for low profile, somewhat covert Molly attachment, because the average, civilian walking around has no clue what this is, but they might be inclined to notice, you know, a standard Molly. So this is more of a push towards the covert line, and again, just not obvious, you know, don't look like Joe Tactical walking down the street. This is reinforced with bar tacking and actually some anchor points right there, and we have tested this to be incredibly durable. And this is of course symmetrical on both sides, and you'll be seeing more of this in the future. So let's focus right now on the back panel. So this is noticeably different. This is a new setup for the back panel. You can kind of see the depth there and the difference, and this creates really good airflow. So through here there's flowing air, and through here, and this padding just allows you to carry more weight comfortably and really makes a difference. So one thing that you'll notice too is this waist belt is a little different. It's going to physically look different, and what you cannot see but only feel is the waist belt itself. There's a frame sheet in the bag, and there's a frame sheet in the center of the waist belt, and what this does is transfer better the weight from the frame sheet into the waist belt, so you can secure most of the weight around your hips. One thing you might notice right here, of course this is a removable waist belt. One thing you notice right here is this interesting Z pattern. What this does is better conform and grab to your hips. So instead of just a straight stitch that might slip around a little bit, this actually conforms to your body. And one thing that makes a big difference, we're using these new X-Lite buckles. These are from Duraflex, also made of acetyl, so still very durable and pretty lightweight. But instead of the traditional, you know, pulling back, these are actually designed as pull forward. I can demonstrate that really quickly here. I need a little room, so I'll just pull this guy up. This comes out. Same thing here. I'm going to pull this back, and when I bring it together, you have a lot more leverage and more natural adjustment of the belt itself. Now, this isn't right on my hips, but you know, this is just a demonstration. The very interesting thing is we try to solve future problems. So if you have a problem with this buckle and perhaps somehow destroy it, we have spare buckles, and it'll be easy to replace, because we realize that if we flat sew this like this, you can still actually route it through here and pop this off. So if you break the buckle, it's not a problem. You don't have to ditch the whole belt and buy a new one. That doesn't make sense, so we always want to solve problems before they happen. Instead of raw Cordura, if you're just walking outside wearing a t-shirt in this, you're not going to have anything that's going to braid your skin. It's actually pretty soft, but it's very durable. This tough mesh is incredibly durable. We use it for all the back mesh on our products, and again, to the skin, pretty soft, a lot softer than Cordura itself. And of course, with the load lifters up top to bring the weight towards you and your hydration routing. Also new would be these Hypalon strips, and again, a multi-tool, a flashlight, a GoPro mount, something like that will be across here, and we started actually printing on there the logo. So that's just a little new thing. And one of the things is this is now hard mounted. It is removable, but before it was just a very simple webbing piece that was looped over on itself, and it was possible, some people would say, to lose or fall off and, you know, misplace it. So now it's hard mounted and it's not going anywhere. So overall, those are the changes. The big thing is this bag, the old Falconer MSRP was $186.99, 27 liters without many of these improvements. However, this new one is $199.99, so really only a couple dollars more, with a lot of new materials, features, and overall ergonomics. And this is something we love to do, is pass on really the best quality and value for the product. You don't have to pay 40% more, 30% more for something that's dramatically more comfortable, you know, more usable, and offers just more features. It's not something that's necessary. We need to get the bags in the hands of people so they can tell us what they like and what we need to fix, and we'll solve that problem next time around. So overall, that's our focus here, and this is just one product that's a great example.
All right, SHOT Show day 2, and I want to talk to you about this, which is the Thrunite Archer 2A V3. This is my EDC for the day. So your settings, 0.2, 17, 75, and 500. You got the end pressure switch, and then your selector switch right there. This definitely is a slightly larger light than the other ones I've used, but I do like this one a lot. I like it because it does have that end switch to really quickly turn it on, and then when you want to adjust it to something lower, you can do that as well. There also is a strobe feature on this light as well. So cool light, takes 2 AA batteries, and for around $30, I think you're getting a lot of punch. So to have a light like this that runs off only 2 AA's and to have 500 lumens output is quite impressive. You can see it does have a pocket clip and about that much. About the pocket clip is going to be sticking out of your pocket. I wear this with a pair of jeans and it fits in it just fine. As you can see, the diameter of this is also a bit bigger than the TI4 or the TI5. So if you want something a bit bigger than those lights, I encourage you to check out the Thrunite Archer 2A V3. I put links down below if you want to purchase this light over on Amazon. Thanks as always for checking out the videos, and more are coming soon. Take care.